In this segment, we're going to look at how we apply snippets. It's actually pretty easy. We've got the Snippy Snippets still open. You can leave that open if you've got it. But I want you to go into Pages and open up Pages and open up Snippet 2. Again, never let snippets gather in groups because that's really when trouble begins to happen. What I want to do is look at our copyrights. Now, we did 2 of them, one in a div and one not in a div. So let's come back over if you don't already have it out there. I'm going to open up and drag out my snippets panel so we can see it. I'm going to put it up nice and high. What I want to do is open up Stuff, and that's where we have our stuff, our 2 copyrights. And they do look the same up here, so it's good that we have a description of them. One's the raw, one's in the div. Without that, you wouldn't really be able to tell from up here. You'd have to look at the code. Let's start with the raw one. If I come into this document, and I've got the cursor blinking down here, if I want to insert it, I can click the Insert button, or I can double-click on it, or I can drag it. Up to you. And there it is. 2020, help save the snippets. Okay, that's all right. There's nothing wrong with how we did that one, but you know what? I like that div one. Now, that div one requires, I'm going to get out here and just kind of click outside. Underneath here is kind of where I want it to go. So I'm going to grab it. Again, you could double-click it if you want to. I'm going to grab this one, and I'm going to drag it down and let go. 2 ways to put that snippet on that page. Now, the difference, remember, I can now come up to this and edit it. You don't do that in the library item. You say, oh my, I don't need this anymore. I'm going to get rid of it. I like this one down here, but it's not 2020 anymore. It's 2030. It has nothing to do with what's going on with the snippet that's up here. That's another big difference between library items and snippets. Once they're in the document, they are totally controlled by the document. They have nothing anymore to do with what's in the snippets panel. And don't forget, they move from site to site. So what are you doing on your web pages that you're doing over and over again? Library items, we're going to talk about those too. But if you need a piece of code and you need to move it around between a lot of other documents, this is the best way to do it. Make your own snippets.